What's going on, wrestling world? I am here to officially do my first review of a wrestling program show, like I said I'd do in my last video. So, I'm going to do just that. And today I'm going to, in the morning, going to review Revolution Pro Wrestling's Uprising. If you don't know, Revolution Pro Wrestling is a company in the United Kingdom. Not too big, but big enough, They just had a show, Uprising, about a few days ago, like 4 or 5 days ago, maybe. Could be wrong, maybe more, but, they don't live stream, they have their on demand. I'll put the link in the description, so that way you can check out Rev Pro. They have so many good shows, great matches, and I just want it to become so popular. And they are also coming to Orlando for WrestleMania weekend, so that is going to be sweet, because if I don't go to Wrestle Kingdom, I'm definitely going there. So I'm going to start this review off. I'll name the matches, and then I'll start the review. I won't do it in order, but so here are all the matches. Chris Hero versus Marty Scurll, Pete Dunne versus Ricochet, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Jeff Cobb, Josh Bowden versus Jay White, Shaw Samuels versus Big Damo. There was a tag match. I don't have the card for it, and Vader versus Will Ospreay. Yes, Vader. That Vader. So I'll start off with the first match. Jay White versus Josh Bowden. That was a really good match. This is Jay White's second time in Rev Pro. He did it live at the cockpit not too long ago. I think against Marty Scurll. I'm not sure. I think it was against Marty, but this match was a really good match. Very hard hitting. Jay White was from New Japan, the Young Lions, and starting to expand to different companies, and it was a really great match. Josh Bowden was a really great worker, and those two have some really good chemistry, and can't really complain about it. I'd give it 4 stars, 4 out of 5 stars. And that was the opening match, so it was a good way to open up the show. And again, next match was a tag match. I didn't see that match actually, so can't really rate it. And then the next was Shaw Samuels versus Big Damo. Great match. Big Damo is very versatile for the size he is, and I'm not going to spoil anything because if you haven't seen it, then I'm not going to say anything. The winners. So good match overall. Next match was, I think it was Chris Hero versus Marty Scurll. That was a great match. 5-star match. Chris Hero, as you know, he gained weight, but has not missed a beat. He has put on some really great matches ever since getting released from NXT. So, him and Marty Scurll did magic in the ring. 5 stars, yeah. And then Pete Dunne versus Ricochet. That was a great match also. Pete Dunne is one of my favorites. Top 10 wrestlers today. He's very, very, very stiff. So you got a very stiff wrestler versus a high flyer, and they put on a good match, because he can do, he can get up there too. He can do those aerial assaults and whatever and whatnot. So it was a really good match. I'd give it like 3.5 out of 5. Next match was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb also, Zack Sabre Jr. is like one, like probably my favorite. I want to say maybe second favorite wrestler in the world outside of like Yamato and like Naito. Jeff Cobb is a freaking monster. Dude is a beast. And he just threw Zack Sabre Jr. like nothing. Like it was a Raggedy Ann doll. It was crazy. Because I mean, if you have seen Pro Wrestling Guerrilla's Prince, watch his match with Chris Hero, and it's ridiculous how this guy is a freak of nature. That was a really good match. I'm surprised it was a really good match because size difference, but Zack Sabre Jr. can just work with anyone, and that is why he's the best technical wrestler in the world today. So I'd give that 4 stars. And then the main event, Vader versus Ospreay, and when they had Twitter beef or whatever, and I thought it was nothing, just whatever. And then when I saw that they got signed to wrestle, I was just like, this is not, like, it's interesting, but it's not going to be good. Because Vader is freaking old. And, Ospreay is a young guy. He's like 22, I think. And I just thought it would be really bad. Vader had a tough time, like, even just stepping down the steps to get into the ring. It was pretty interesting to see Vader in, like, a independent wrestling ring in 2016. So, the match was, definitely, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't good. Give it up for Ospreay trying to make something out of it, but just wasn't good. So I'd probably give it 2 stars out of 5. But that's the thing with like independent wrestling. That's how they have fun, and it's cool because they know that it's not going to be good, but they don't care. It's going to draw people because it's Vader's a big house name, and I mean, hey, more power to them, right? So overall, Uprising was pretty good. Now, the next show they're having is Global Wars, if I'm not mistaken. Like, maybe I think they're doing like a live, like, special somewhere before, but like the next big one is Global Wars. Naito is going to be on there, Hanma, Liger, bunch of New Japan guys, Trent Seven, so it's going to be pretty sweet. So until next time, I will see you guys later.